You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Podcasserole.
An Adam and JP show.
Hey, look, it's Podcasserole. I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
Would you look at that?
Here we are again.
This is the free episode, but we do have paid episodes with more content if you want those.
If you go to Patreon soon after you listen to this, if you listen to this as soon as it comes out, the weekend that this comes out, you will find our Wonder Woman review on Patreon, where it's got spoilers, so we put it over on the Patreon page.
Right, yeah. So if you want to hear our thoughts on Wonder Woman, they're not as jaded or not as different as I thought they would be. They're a little more similar, but still, we give different ratings on it for different perspectives on it.
Yeah, I think our level of enjoyment was different.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, but we both agree that the end of the movie has problems.
Oh yeah. I think most people would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you if you know movies,
Uh-huh.
if you ever seen a movie and then you see the Ares.
Yeah. Oh, well, to be fair, they speak of Ares in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah, so Ares is bad.
Yeah.
Ares is a bad guy.
So, yeah. I'll just stop there. I've said too much already.
What if they replaced any famous movie title with the word Harry, but for Ares, like Ares and the Hendersons, when Ares met Sally? I just thought about that right now. It'd be a funny movie, right?
That would be funny.
What other Ares?
I would watch when Ares met Sally.
When Ares met Sally, they're in the cafe, and she's like, "Ah."
He's got his horns and lightning.
Stop your incessant moaning. I would like when Ares met Sally.
Worf from Star Trek?
That's pretty close.
How was your week?
It was good. A lot of fun times. Yeah.
What'd you do this week?
Not much. Watched some more Riverdale.
Oh, yeah?
Riverdale's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You into it?
I like the Riverdale.
I like it, the Riverdale.
Coming from a kind of I don't want to say soap opera, but the stuff I watched recently, my wife says are male soap operas. Of course, I love pro wrestling. I love Twin Peaks. I love Riverdale. So coming from that guy of fans of that shows to a known fan of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series.
Are they soap operas? Are you asking me?
Well, I'm saying if
no, I totally agree they are.
Okay, well, if that's the case, you should watch some Riverdale.
Yeah.
You should give it a chance.
All of those CW shows.
Yeah.
Like The Flash is a soap opera.
That's so crazy to me.
Just with The Flash in it.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Like when I watch Twin Peaks, my wife has no care of it whatsoever. So that's my me show. It's my alone time show. And so she kind of she's walking around seeing what's happening. She'll ask who that is. What are they doing with them? And I'm giving the stories, and not until I verbally say it out loud do I realize I'm watching a soap opera. I'm like, blank is in love with blank, but they killed blank, and then last week blank out. I'm like, oh my God.
You're a 70-year-old woman watching Days of Our Lives.
Watching my soaps. Yeah. Did you ever watch Twin Peaks all the way through, start to finish?
I saw it, like the original series. I watched it back in 1990.
I gotcha.
When it was on.
Yeah.
I have not seen it since then.
It's so good.
But I hear good things.
Mm-hmm.
But only 500,000 people watched the first episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, it's
which is fine. I mean, that's I guess 500,000 people is a decent number these days.
I mean, it goes into weird stuff. It's Lynch,
Yeah, it's not.
It tries to keep that network feel. I think it was about 60% network normalcy and then 40% of Lynch in there. I mean, it's just weird, man. He has dreams sometimes. The main character, Agent Dale Cooper, has a dream every now and then. And he'll have a small person talking to him in a full red room on a couch and a sofa. And you can tell what they did. They made this guy, you'll say, you've heard reverse speech before. Like you say, hello, my name is Adam. Mm-hmm. I would reverse that, and whatever that sounds like, they would make the actor say that reverse speech, and they would reverse that to make him speak in the normal way, but it's reversed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Imagine if you said, my name is Adam, but reversed, that's like, I would actually say Manama, and they would reverse that. My name is Adam.
Right, because it gives it
exactly
because it's hard to talk.
And
backwards.
So randomly they have these dream sequences with small people in red rooms talking to him, giving him hints in that way. I'm like, wow, this is Lynchy.
We'll watch Blue Velvet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now is the agent still trying to solve the same murder from the original series?
No, I haven't watched. See, I'm still watching the old one. I haven't watched the new one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not watching the new one yet, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But I know he's not. Yeah, I know what happens in the original series. I'm just watching it to soak it in.
Right.
But I don't. I guess maybe like the pictures they show is of Sarah Palmer still. So I don't know.
No, but you've seen Fire Walk with Me.
No, I haven't seen that. No.
Oh, I thought you watched that too.
Never did.
Yeah, that is totally. If I had to guess, I would imagine this new Showtime version of Twin Peaks is more like Firewalk with Me than the original network series. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Have you ever seen Dune?
No, never did.
David Lynch directed Dune.
Some friends of mine loved that, but never saw it.
With Sting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we played a lot of Sting last week on the show.
Yeah, and Prince.
And apparently, now we didn't get our cease and desist from the actual record company, but it did kick in the rare YouTube rule where they can choose to just shut down the video.
First time ever.
It's not like they made a choice. Oh, we want that video taken down.
Right.
It's all automated.
Yeah.
You know, it's no one like listened to our show and said take it down.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. But yeah, if you go and try to listen to last week's show on YouTube, it's blocked.
Not going to happen.
You're
anymore.
not going to get in. It's not there. Thanks to Bat Dance.
Right. Yeah.
But because according to YouTube, the email I got, Bat Dance is the song that blocked our.
Warner Brothers hates us. All of our money, all of our YouTube money down the drain.
After we just talked so nicely about Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers hates us.
And we're like, you can play any song you want. No one will ever come after you. I think they heard that.
Well, they haven't come after us.
That's true. But
it did kick in the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Usually, we get emails all the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And usually it's like, hey, you don't have to do anything. You know, you're just not going to make any money. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to make any money off those 6 streams. Of that episode.
Yeah.
But this time,
we've had friends that do podcasts and live stream on YouTube, and they ask us the question, how do you play that music and not get your video taken down? We never have until now.
How do we play that music?
Yeah.
We play that music just like this.
Yeah.
This is Warner Brothers.
Oh no, this one's gone too, huh?
Yeah.
I'm glad they brought back an actual theme song. This is, like I say, if you listen to the Patreon episode, my favorite part by far of the movie. I love the theme song. I love it.
Yeah.
Like every hero needs a theme like that. You hear that and you think Wonder Woman.
You know what I liked about Wonder Woman?
What's that?
Hans Zimmer. Obviously, Hans Zimmer helped create the theme. But he did not do the soundtrack for that movie.
Right.
It's very orchestral.
Yeah,
it's very...
a little less tugboaty.
It's totally different than the soundtracks of the previous DC movies.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was a plus. I mentioned this on the Patreon show. So we were talking about the differences in the comic universes, and you were talking about having Patty Jenkins come in was probably a better idea than having Zack Snyder direct a Wonder Woman movie, because having one person do all of it doesn't make any sense, because Marvel is notorious. I mean, Jon Favreau directed the first Iron Man, and the Russo brothers are directing, Infinity War, and Joss Whedon came in and did the Avengers. This may be a little clue as to what we can expect going forward in the Marvel universe. James Gunn has been assigned. Basically, he is working with Kevin Feige to develop the Marvel Cosmic Universe.
Really?
Yeah. So he's on board, not just to do the Guardians movies, but to actually. That's why I think he was already doing this. I think that's why Thor Ragnarok looks like Guardians of the Galaxy.
You think so? It totally has that feel to it.
Right. Because it's a cosmic movie. It obviously is a cosmic movie.
Yeah.
And so how do you feel about him basically being the overseer of the Marvel Cosmic Universe?
Totally down for that. If there's one person to oversee that, it should be James Gunn. Without a doubt. I mean, if he can make these characters we've never known before, at least most people, with Rocket Raccoon and Groot and Gamora and Drax and Star-Lord, make them as big as they are now, I think anyone can do it because it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally feel good with that. I'm totally down with that.
For sure.
So I did something fun last night.
What'd you do?
The Nashville Predators, which is our local hockey team, our NHL team.
A little small organization here.
They are playing. I don't know if you're aware of this, Adam. They're in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
they are. You might have not seen anything locally about this.
Hell yeah, just a big craving for catfish recently, though. So,
wow,
is
that's crazy? That whole thing. But so obviously, I'm not gonna be able to go to a Stanley Cup final game in person.
You could.
I mean, it's thousands of dollars.
Yeah, there's a car in your driveway you could sell
for a hockey game.
Yeah,
I can't make that happen. But what we did do is the Preds were playing on the road last night in Pittsburgh, and so my wife and I, paid $15 to the Nashville Predators Foundation, I guess, put this on, and we could go to the Bridgestone Arena where the Preds play, and with 15,000 other people, watch the game on the big screen.
That's awesome.
And so we did that.
That's very cool.
And it was so much fun until the game started.
Went downhill pretty fast, huh?
It did go downhill pretty fast.
Yeah, I was at home watching like, ooh. Yeah. That's rough.
That was rough.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the fact. I mean, they could have done that and just shown the game, but they had the arena announcer there, Paul, and they treat it like all the production.
So was the crowd still doing the normal chants when
the crowd's doing the chants?
Was he doing the 1 minute left in period?
Yeah, and then thanks, Paul.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Which happened in the first period.
Yeah.
And every's like, thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
And he finally got to say, you're welcome, because it's not during the game.
Right.
And or there's no players on the ice. But by the second period, Nashville was down so much that there's less than 1 period, 1 minute left in the period. Thanks, Paul.
It was 6-0 at that point. There were no scores in the third period.
Yeah, by the time there were 15,000 people there. Like the place was almost full.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And then by the time that 6th goal went in, like it was just a mass exodus. Everybody was.
I want to do that for Game 7 if there is a Game 7.
Yeah.
Which who knows? I think the balloon may be too deflated at this point. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
It's tough to come back from a 6-0.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. And like I said, they do like the pre-show, like the pre-game stuff where they project onto the ice. They do all of that. Like in between the periods, the intermission, they have like stuff on the ice.
That's cool.
With all of that. They did all of that.
And concessions are open?
Concessions are open.
Interesting.
Everything's open. It's like you're going to a game.
Yeah.
But you're just watching it on TV.
That's pretty cool.
It's not on the ice.
Yeah, Game 7, if that happens, I want to be there for that. Because can you imagine winning? That's as close as you can get to being there.
Uh-huh.
If you're in the stadium, they win. Game 7, it happens. I'm sure confetti or balloons are involved. Something's going to happen.
Well, I was curious to see if they would do the whole production if they scored.
Uh-huh.
But they didn't score.
Right. You never saw the Murray chants happen or anything like that?
No, and I didn't get to see Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
I know the national media, like nationally, this has gotten some exposure. Like that crazy stuff has been going on for a decade.
Right, yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Because I know when I worked at a radio station, and we were the Preds radio station in Nashville, and I got super spoiled going to Preds games because I was sitting in seats that we didn't pay for, that now they're like, if you want to go see, we were sitting middle of the ice, second row up for just about any game we wanted to go to. And to pay that now, well, I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But back then, being the Preds station, all that, it was so, we got so spoiled going to Preds games. And that was 10 years ago, almost.
Yeah.
And all of that was happening. The catfish wasn't thrown on the ice.
No, I don't think so.
But
I believe if so, it was only for like a hat trick, maybe. I believe.
Yeah,
that's how it started.
I think that started am I right? That was 2010 during the Stanley Cup.
Maybe so.
In 2010.
Yeah.
Like was when the first catfish was thrown on the ice.
Possibly, I could be wrong on that, but it was.
Yeah.
Not since the beginning. It hasn't been there since then.
No. That was kind of, and I remember going like probably my first Preds game was 99 maybe or 2000, maybe 2000. And I didn't know hockey. I didn't know any of the rules or any of that. Most of the town.
Yeah.
I didn't really know the rules of hockey.
So you never like a Nashville Knights fan? Did you ever go to those games?
I never went to a Nashville Knights game.
I used to go to those a lot.
But I did go to a Preds game in 2000, and that's probably my first exposure to hockey. But then when we were the Preds station, I would say that's probably when I learned hockey.
Really?
Because my buddy Mac, who worked with us, he was also the on-ice announcer. And so if we didn't have the station seats, we could get his seats, which were always great seats. And he was a diehard hockey, like a Detroit Red Wings fan since the 60s, and he really taught me hockey, like through us being like the station and all that. I learned the game.
Yeah.
And before that, it just looked like a bunch of guys chasing the puck.
Yeah.
And fighting. But I say all of that to say all those chants and like the national media is just now being exposed to this really in the national audience. You can thank a section in that arena.
Yeah.
The 303 section,
yeah.
the rafters, cell block 303 created all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like they started all those chants and then it all caught on just over the years now that everyone's learned them.
Yeah.
But that's neat to see.
Yeah.
It
really
was
cool.
fun to see those two games nationally televised in Nashville with the crowd just so into it. I mean, it's a fun atmosphere.
Was 303 packed last night for the free?
Yeah, there were 303 people. Yeah. And I mean, they had their Predators capes and the headphones, the foam hat that looks like a wall that they've been wearing since the early days.
Yeah.
And they were all there.
That's
I mean,
funny.
it was like going to a hockey game, except we just were all having to watch it on TV.
And a bad outcome.
They brought the Zambonis out in between the periods. Yeah,
What? That's
because they were
strictly
doing
for
all the
show.
stuff on the ice.
They're doing okay.
Yeah, so they were actually skating on the ice. It wasn't the players, but the girls and the host were all out on the ice. And so as soon as they would leave the ice, they'd bring the Zambonis out.
Wow.
I mean, it was just like going to a game.
That's funny.
Yeah, I hope we get to experience that one more time.
Was that a first come first serve deal? Like you pay the money and go?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as they went on sale, but they said it was a sellout. So I
Really?
guess they only put 15,000 on sale, which it only seats 20. The arena does.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, it was more people than show up for Raw.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There were no tarp areas up in the 300s,
Right.
and that's where we sat because to me that makes more sense. If you're going to have to watch it on TV, why not get up close to the TV?
Right. That's true.
Rather than being down on the down in the bowl and having to look up.
Seem totally. It's for an open range. You can choose where you want to go.
Yeah, it's general admission.
That's awesome.
There's some sections that because they do sell the VIPs, they're like $50 a piece, and it's like unlimited food and drink.
Were the clubs open? Like the club?
The club levels were open.
Really?
So if you have, if you pay for one of those club levels, you could go into your club level.
Yeah, I think Game 7. I want to be there for that.
It's a fun. It's a fun.
It's a fun. Huh?
I recommend it. I don't know what we're gonna do for this. Like the next home game. I mean, we're obviously not going to the game.
Yeah.
But I would like to be part of that. Because this week in Nashville is the annual CMA Music Fest.
Yeah.
Years and years ago known as Fanfare.
Right.
And then that's going on this week in addition to the Stanley Cup playoffs or Stanley Cup finals.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy time to be in Nashville.
And Bonnaroo is semi-close by. There'll be some traffic coming through for that.
Bonnaroo's over in Manchester.
Yeah.
Which a smaller crowd for Bonnaroo this year.
Oh, really? Didn't know that.
Yeah. I think everyone has learned what I've always known.
Yeah,
It's just a miserable experience.
Yeah. The Pilgrimage Festival is about as far as I go for outdoor festivals where I can go to my car and leave when I want to. That whole Bonnaroo idea, I'm good. I'm all right.
Nope. I know it's a big national festival now. Like what U2's headlining this year.
Yeah, it's a big
I
deal.
guess.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. But nope, not for me. I love U2. Huge U2 fan. No way I go to Bonnaroo.
It's not that much.
Just assume. No. Because I'm like you. I want to be able to, I don't want to have to fight through sweaty, muddy hippies to leave.
Yeah.
Which I feel you would have to do with Bonnaroo.
I would imagine so. I'm sure tickets aren't so cheap, right?
No, they're very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a sister show
We do.
called Collection Connection.
Yes, we do.
So if you like collecting or just pop culture stuff in general, check out Collection Connection, hosted by Josh. This past week's episode was
The Ninja Turtles, right? It was the newest one.
it's
coming soon. Beetlejuice was the last one.
Beetlejuice was the last one. This week, next week, Ninja Turtles.
Right, yeah.
They'll start a two-parter about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. Josh and Mike.
Do you think, does Mike enjoy the Ninja Turtles more than he like Beetlejuice?
I hope so.
Okay, me too.
Because he was not a Beetlejuice fan.
No, that was a thing, and I'm Beetlejuice. I'll say it again this week. It's crazy.
You love Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing better than Beetlejuice.
Love Beetlejuice.
And Beetleborgs.
Oh, yeah, big bad Beetleborgs.
Also, check out the ESO store at esopodcast.com. It is the Amazon store.
Please do.
So you can go there and do your Amazon shopping.
Those guys are back after a short absence. Good to see those back.
You can go and listen to the latest Dragon Con report.
Oh, yeah. Special guests on there.
I get to be part of that,
Yeah.
which was fun.
That was a long, you read for 30 minutes, a guest list for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and much like Wonder Woman, it was really good for 90%, and then at the very end, it kind of wavers a little bit. Like I felt really good, and then it just turns into garble. I'd like to welcome her. But reading that guest list is tough.
I'm sure, yeah, it's a lot of words. A lot of words.
Historically, in broadcasting, if there's one thing I've always hated doing, it's having a long list of things to go through that you're supposed to broadcast live.
Yeah.
And that was very much that.
That's what you did.
That's what I did. But a lot of guests this year.
Yeah, a lot. I feel like it was kind of later in the game for them to announce them, but quite a few guests.
Who's the big headline? Is one of the doctors there this year?
I believe so. Is it Matt
Is
Smith?
it Matt
there?
Smith?
I think Matt Smith
Matt
is there.
Smith's going to be there this year at Dragon Con.
And of course, Stan Lee. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you see him.
Count your blessings.
Yeah. Just saying.
Get an autograph.
I hate so many times I see his face pop up my news feed on Facebook. I'm like, oh no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just in an interview.
He's all right.
He's good.
Yeah, Stan Lee's going to be there. Karen Julian, is she going to be there this year?
I think so, yeah.
Is she back? She's going to be there for Dragon Con. So a lot of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
The guest list that we read this last week, very Sailor Moon heavy.
Right. It was a lot of Sailor Moon characters.
So if you like Sailor Moon
actors.
from the 90s,
yeah.
there's going to be plenty of
Yeah.
voice actors.
There's a crowd for that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of Arrow guests.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of the CW Arrow.
Right.
Just about everybody on the show.
Yeah.
Except Arrow.
Except himself.
Is going to be there.
Any more Stranger Things representation this year? They had not many actual, people working on the show last year, but a lot of panels for it. So I thought they would try to get some actual actors or people worked on the show this year, but I haven't seen one yet for Stranger Things.
Don't know about guest. I'm sure they'll be in the American Sci-Fi Classics,
right,
probably.
Because the panels last year, the fan-run panels were, I got there an hour ahead of time. I couldn't get in. And the people running the panels were walking in the line like, there are no actual guests in here, right? It's just us talking about the show. It's kind of funny.
Yes, we love it that much. When does that come out? October?
I think
around
Halloween. Yeah.
Season 2?
Yep.
Hey, what do you think about this movie, It Comes at Night? How do you think that looks?
We'll see.
I think it looks good.
You think so?
I want to see it.
I'd like to check it out. I'm so scared of not scared in the good way, but scared in the bad way of modern horror movies.
Like The Mummy?
Yes.
Which you're going to talk about coming up.
Exactly.
When we list the complete works of Tom Cruise.
They are hyping this movie up so much. So much. I don't know if the feed you saw, but I was watching a stream last night of the hockey game, and every single commercial break was the Mummy commercial. Every single one. Every single one.
See, I didn't see any commercials.
Because
they shut the feed off and do stuff in the arena during the commercial breaks.
Well, you're
they
lucky
played music.
Every single commercial break, there was a Mummy commercial.
They played Finn Balor's music?
Oh, really?
A lot.
Why?
Like twice.
Why?
During the commercial breaks.
That's weird.
Like it goes to commercial, the screen goes dark, and I think they do that in case there's a commercial for a competing sponsor of the arena.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. It's not Bridgestone or Nissan that can't be in there?
Exactly. And then, and they just played Finn Balor's music.
Nice.
And people were standing up, and Finn Balor is a WWE wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
Who probably has the best entrance music right now.
Oh, yeah. Or Nakamura. Yeah.
Nakamura's pretty good.
Yeah, he's really good.
But yes, I didn't see any commercials. Mm-hmm. But they are really pushing The Mummy.
Big time.
I'm going to go see it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all you, man. That's all you.
Me and my wife and my niece are going to go see it tonight.
That is all you.
So I'll give you my thoughts.
I'm not putting thoughts in your head, but that's no good, right?
I have
know this. In your heart of hearts, you know it's going to be bad.
In my heart of hearts, I knew Pirates wouldn't be that great. I went to see that too.
I got you.
But this will be 3 straight movie weeks for me.
Look at you.
Pirates, Wonder Woman, and now...
and you still miss King Kong and Logan. What happened to you?
I did.
Jeez.
I only go in the summer.
Yeah.
We save up our money and then we just go to the
movies. Have you watched Logan? It's in Redbox,
I haven't seen it yet.
Man.
I will.
Jeez.
Give me a second.
It's some good gore involved in that one. Gore.
Hey, do you think maybe that's why you didn't enjoy Wonder Woman as much?
Why's that?
Because you saw Logan.
Yeah.
You saw what like an out-and-out...
That's possible.
Hardcore superhero movie can be.
That's possible.
I haven't seen it yet.
Because once again...
The most hardcore I've seen is Deadpool, and that was a comedy.
That's possible. Yeah, with Guardians, it's more of like a laser blast, you fall down while your stomach sizzles, but with Wonder Woman using swords and shields, it should be a little more... It's possible.
There should be like some arms flying off.
That's very... Wow. Logan wasn't my favorite thing in the world, but I think it brought the bar up a little bit for violence in comic movies. That may be the case.
Because up until Logan, the Wolverine movies had been very much like that. Yeah. Every now and then you would get him running through someone with the blades, but...
Yeah. And I don't want to hype it up too much, but you'll see in the first 10 minutes of the movie. You're like, here's this violent, whatever. But when he starts like throwing down, like, oh, shit. I think I audibly said shit in the theater.
What if this music started playing when that happened?
Yeah. Even better. Even better. But please watch Logan.
Oh, I will see it.
Yeah,
I will see it. I wanted to see it in theater and just never made it to it.
Yeah.
But I can make it to see The Mummy.
Yeah, you can.
Odd.
Weird how that works.
So we do a thing every now and then on the show called The Complete Works of. And this week, we've decided to do, in honor of the 21% on Rotten Tomatoes Mummy.
Is it 21?
Yeah, it's 21.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's 21. To put this in perspective, Baywatch was like 19.
Wow. At least that's funny and bad on purpose?
I don't know.
Question mark?
Wonder Woman was 90. I think it settled at 91.
Wow.
At one point, it was up to 94, but I think it settled at 91.
Wow. That's pretty low for a mummy movie, though. It's sad because I really want that dark universe of the Universal monsters to come back and be successful and awesome. But I think this is a bad move for this to be the first one out the gate.
So if the mummy tanks, which it looks like it might, does that kill that whole, we're going to do the dark universe?
I don't think so. I think they have so much money and time invested in that, they'll have one more shot, I think. I think so. But what's wrong with a normal mummy not work today?
Probably not.
More than a screaming, I don't know. What I've seen.
Not after Brendan Fraser's mummy.
I guess so.
You can go back to just a guy wrapped in
I saw him recently on the Today, some kind of morning talk show talking about this. Brendan Fraser talking about the new installment of The Mummy with Tom Cruise here. Have you seen him recently? It's sad.
Really?
He's old. Brendan Fraser's old now.
Well, he's probably what?
But he looks,
45, 50?
Yeah, he looks old now.
Is he puffy?
He's puffy. Oh. The hair's kind of wispy. He's puffy. I'm like, no. He almost has a Neil Diamond look to him.
Well, it doesn't seem like the last Mummy movie was that long ago. Maybe it's because if you go to Universal Studios and you ride the Mummy, they show you all the stuff from the Brendan Fraser Mummy. It's based off that Mummy. And so...
That was at least 10 years ago, right? The last Mummy movie? It wasn't at least 10 years ago? At least.
Just last summer, I saw footage of Brendan Fraser talking about, because you videos and stuff.
I got you, yeah.
So maybe that's why it seems like I've seen him recently and he didn't look that old.
I mean, think about it. He was in his 20s at least when Encino Man came out. This is the second time today I've talked about Encino Man.
I know.
Check out the paid Patreon podcast if you want to check the other time out. But so if he's 20 years old, benefit of the doubt, 1993, whenever Encino Man comes out, he's knocking on 50's door, kind of.
Yeah.
He's close.
What was the last big movie he was in? George of the Jungle?
Yeah. Well, was it? Monkey Bones?
Maybe Monkey Bones.
The live-action Looney Tunes back in action?
It seems that there was some romantic comedy he was in not too long ago.
Let's check it out. I rather enjoyed...
Blast from the Past?
No, Bedazzled.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't.
You don't like Bedazzled?
I enjoyed Blast from the Past, though.
Yeah? How old do you think Brendan Fraser is? Checking it out right now.
I would say Brendan Fraser is 48.
48? You say? Survey says he is exactly 48 years old. Mm-hmm. Good call. Yeah, but he's
slightly older than I am.
Yeah. He got puffy, though.
What was his last movie?
Let's check it.
Mm-hmm. Do you want some looking up music?
Yes, please.
While you're looking up Brendan Fraser, we'll listen to Wonder Woman.
Wow. He's still active. That's how bad his movies are. He's had 2 movies in 2017. In 2014, he was the main voice of The Nut Job, Grayson. In 2013, Gimme Shelter. 2013, Breakout. 2013, Pawn Shop Chronicles. Then Hairbrained, A Case of You, Escape from Planet Earth, Standoff, Furry Vengeance in 2010. The last one I actually know. Remember Furry Vengeance?
No.
Extraordinary Measures. He was in G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra.
Don't remember.
As Sergeant Stone. He was in Inkheart and The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which I didn't know that happened. It was in 2008, so 9 years ago for The Last Mummy.
Was it in the theater or was that direct to...
I guess it was theaters. Man, he's done some bad movies.
Direct to home video.
I feel like he's more talented than that.
And welcome to the complete works of Brendan Fraser.
I feel like he has that movie star handsome look. He has good acting abilities. He's funny if you want. What happened to Brendan Fraser? Like what went wrong?
I don't know.
The death of Brendan Fraser. What happened?
I don't know. Well, but maybe it was when he played the Canadian Mountie.
You think so?
What was that? What's it? Dudley Do-Right.
Dudley Do-Right. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's some bad stuff. He was Sinbad and Sinbad Beyond the Veil of Mists.
Maybe Journey to the Center of the Earth was his downfall.
Wow. Dickie Roberts, he was in there? Wow.
Y'all know Dickie Roberts.
But really, check out the trailer for Furry Vengeance. I believe, I could be wrong, that's one of his last theatrically released movies, Furry Vengeance, and that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I probably won't see that. Hey, we love Tom Cruise.
Yeah, well,
even though The Mummy might not be very good.
We'll
I'll
find
tell
out.
You next week.
We'll see if I love Tom Cruise. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Oh, how about we enjoy Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Can we not be positive at least a little bit?
I enjoy parts of Tom Cruise. Ugh. I enjoy some of his work.
We've seen some Tom Cruise movies we like.
Yeah, there we go. It's a good sentence.
Top Gun.
Yeah. Rain Man's a classic.
Rain Man is a classic.
Yeah.
We're going to do the complete works of Tom Cruise.
Next.
In the mood to listen to some geeky conversations? Feel like the internet isn't the best place for an in-depth, respectful exchange of ideas? Then head on down to the 42 Cast. It's a weekly show that covers a new geeky topic in comics, TV, movies, literature, or video games every week. We can be informative.
Back in my day, kids, Pluto was a planet, so it's gonna stay a planet.
Irreverent.
You learn so much from the X-Men. I mean, really. That Wolverine is the most important character no matter what.
Strange.
It's like, Grodd if he went into theology or something.
Right?
Or controversial.
I believe, and I will swear to my dying day, that the Marvel Cinematic Universe began with Howard the Duck.
Find us on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, 42cast.com, or esopodcast.com. It's the 42 Cast, your ultimate answer to fandom, geekiness, and everything.
Whatever's in there, it's been safely hidden for 2,000 years. This isn't a tomb, it's a prison. Nick! The hieroglyph said she was named Amenet, chosen to be Egypt's next queen. But her thirst for power led her down a darker path, one that had to be stopped.
That's part of the trailer from the new Tom Cruise movie, The Mummy.
Gonna hype it up like that, huh?
In theaters.
Yeah.
This week.
Which you'll be seeing soon.
That will be seeing tonight.
Yeah, you will.
So we're gonna do the complete works of Tom Cruise, where basically we just go through his entire filmography as an actor.
Right.
I think in the name of saving time, we should just do him as an actor.
We can do that. Yeah.
Anything he's produced or written.
That works for me.
Which, according to IMDb, he only has one writing credit.
Really?
Okay, let's see what he wrote.
I didn't know he wrote anything, to be honest.
Days of Thunder. He wrote the story for Days of Thunder.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. Wait a minute. He has 6 soundtrack credits?
Man, he put Mellow Yellow on the map back then.
That's
all I wanted was Mellow Yellow. Cole Trickle's Mellow Yellow.
Oh, you... Cole Trickle. Him singing You Lost That Love and Feeling and Top Gun counts as a song. So what's your favorite Tom Cruise movie?
Off the top of my head, I would say...
Far and away.
I think Top Gun.
Top Gun?
I think Top Gun. People tell me, it's weird. I've heard since it came out that I would love Vanilla Sky, but I never saw it, to be honest. I don't know why I haven't seen that.
With Penelope Cruz?
Yeah. People tell me that I would love it.
I mean, it's pretty heady.
Yeah.
You might like it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because you're such a big fan of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
love it.
Mind.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might enjoy Vanilla Sky.
That's what I hear, but for some reason, never saw it.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the first Tom Cruise movie you remember seeing?
Looking at the list here, I believe that would be Top Gun, actually.
Yeah.
I think so. That's my earliest memory of that. It is. Or Rain Man is close as well. They're both up there.
Right. Well, we start in 1981.
Yeah.
His first film credit is Billy in Endless Love.
Did you ever see Endless Love before?
My Endless Love with Brooke Shields.
Oh, young Brooke Shields. Okay. Yeah.
Young Brooke Shields. Youngish.
Yeah.
Not as young as Blue Lagoon.
Not Lagoon Brooke Shields.
Not borderline illegal Brooke Shields. But yeah, I've seen Endless Love.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it on cable.
Yeah. Was he pretty green back then?
I mean, he's really young.
Yeah.
A really, really young Tom Cruise. That was 1981. Also that same year, Taps comes out. Now, Taps is a really good movie.
Never saw that.
Like, he's a cadet in this kind of military school. Taps is a pretty strong story.
Really?
I think you might like Taps,
Really?
too. Mm-hmm. Losing It, 1983. And then, of course, that same year, we get probably the first of the big Tom Cruise movies. Maybe the one that kind of put him on the map, that everybody took notice. It was Risky Business.
You got the place all to yourself? A good time, Joe. In the privacy of your own home.
Just take those old records off the shelf.
That's her. She's fantastic. Yeah.
I sit and listen to them by myself.
Did you have a good time last night?
I had a great time.
Tom Cruise, Bronson Pinchot.
Yeah.
Rebecca De Mornay.
Oh, wow. But not the big names here.
All
the syllables.
Yeah, all in Risky Business. Have you seen Risky Business?
Parts, not all the way through. Just the classic scenes, and I honestly couldn't tell you what it's about besides his parents gone and he's in his undies, but it's all right.
Yeah, his parents leave town. Because, in the 1980s, we got movies where the parents leave town, kid throws a house party and invites hookers.
Right, yeah.
And
that's what happens.
In a nutshell, that's risky business.
Literally.
Yeah.
That really is.
Kind of.
But yeah, I never saw it all the way through. Is it a comedy? Is that the genre we're in here?
It's a drama.
Yeah.
It's a drama with humorous moments.
Okay.
Yeah. All the Right Moves.
Right, yeah.
In 1983, Legend in 1985, and then in 1986, the Jerry Bruckheimer classic.
Yeah. Here's where it starts.
Maverick in Top Gun.
Against the best. Yes, sir. You two characters. I'm going to send you up against the best. Yes, sir. You two characters are going to Top Gun.
I feel the need for speed.
5 weeks, you're going to fly against the best fighter pilots in the world.
You guys really are cowboys.
I don't like you because you're unsafe. That's right.
Tom Cruise.
It's a classic.
Val Kilmer.
Is it official they're remaking this movie? Is it a remake or a sequel or a reboot? What are we doing here?
They're doing a sequel.
Okay.
And Tom Cruise announced this past week in an interview for The Mummy that he will do a sequel to Top Gun.
Wow.
It will be called Top Gun Maverick.
Are you serious?
Top Gun Me.
So he's still in that, or the main character, at least in it.
It's going to be called Maverick.
Wow.
Top Gun Maverick.
Wow. I mean, it's, I guess, for an actual pilot, he could still do that at that age. That's a thing.
I guess.
That's real.
Do you think Top Gun holds up over the years?
I say yes in my head, but it's been at least 10 years since I've seen it.
Right.
So in my head, yes, but realistically, probably no. Does Kelly McGillis hold up still?
I don't know that she'll be in it. I doubt it.
What's she doing now?
I don't know. Probably not Top Gun Maverick.
You think she has that Fraser puff going on?
There will be a leading lady that is half the age of Tom Cruise that he has some romantic fling with.
You think she's puffy now?
Probably.
Yeah, it's the old puff.
Brendan Fraser is puffy.
You saw the picture on the commercial break there.
Yeah.
He's got a little puff going on.
He's a little puffy. We all get old.
Yeah, it happens.
Top Gun had a Nintendo game that I hate.
Oh. Man, I can't land that damn plane.
I can't either.
To this day, I can't do it.
I hate that game.
So there's a funny video online. A lot of people do it. It started with an angry video game nerd, James Ralph, trying to land the plane hundreds of times, couldn't do it. He thought it would be stupid and see how ridiculous it was to put on the Power Glove, which you can't play even Super Mario Brothers with that. It's so hard to control. First try out the gate, lands the plane with the Power Glove with no problem.
No.
True story. Check it out. He was so mad about it. He was furious.
Really?
Because that shouldn't happen. It's harder to play games. But with that Power Glove, you can land the plane every time.
So you just kind of...
And it goes down, and his face is like, oh, my. He'd never seen that animation before, the plane landing.
Like, I can't get past the first 10 minutes of Top Gun.
It's tough, yeah.
Because you have to land the plane pretty early on in the game.
Yeah, and you hit too little, you go in the water. Too much, you go in the water, the other side of the dock there. It's crazy.
I hate Top Gun.
It's terrible.
Hate that game.
The game.
Val Kilmer's really good in Top Gun.
Oh, he's great. Great.
He's Iceman.
Man, so much puffiness we're talking about.
I know. He's got an excuse, though.
That's true. How's he doing with that?
Apparently, he survived throat cancer.
Right, but is it gone now?
I think it's in remission.
That's awesome.
What he says.
Nice.
And of course, Goose.
Yeah.
The death of Goose.
Poor Goose.
Goose dies.
First Revenge of the Nerds, then that, and then ER, I guess.
At least he didn't die in Revenge of the Nerds.
That's true. Yeah. He's still kind of
But he did die in ER.
Did he die there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he made like season 6 or 7.
He's like the supporting man Sean Bean.
Yeah. We're just going to kill him off.
Wow. Didn't know that.
He's like the Kinney.
Yeah. Just every time.
He's the B-cast Kinney. I don't know if Top Gun holds up.
You don't think so?
It seems like it wouldn't.
It seems like it has that, it's strictly 80s, but because of the 80s charm, it may hold up. Maybe?
Because of the soundtrack?
Yeah.
Loggins?
Yeah.
Away to the danger zone.
Yeah.
1986, he works with Martin Scorsese and stars in basically a sequel to The Sting, which was The Color of Money, with Paul Newman, who plays the same character that he played in The Sting.
Makes a fantastic ranch dressing. My favorite on the street. That's my preferred go-to.
Well,
if I can't find the refrigerated O'Charlie's in the glass jar, I go for a Newman's.
You know, since Paul Newman died,
yeah.
Like now it's not, because it was like ranch. There's like 3 dressings that Newman's own.
Oh, now they have.
Now it's like everything.
Organic lavender poppy seed.
Yeah. Paul Newman cilantro.
Yeah.
And they decorate him up on the different, like for the long time, It was just Paul Newman's face.
Now he's wearing like a straw hat. He's got a pipe in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's desecrate Paul Newman. Like if you get the Paul Newman salsa, you know, he's wearing like a huge hat.
He has a good cheese dip too. Yeah.
He does make a good cheese
What
dip.
are they doing, Paul Newman? What's going on to that legacy?
Did you see The Color of Money?
I did. Long time ago once again. And I don't know. It's a pool movie.
Bored you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It is a pool movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed The Color of Money.
One of my least favorite episodes of Family Matters deals with this kind of thing, with pool hustling with Urkel. And it's a whole 90-minute movie about that. So
Was Paul Newman in it?
No.
Was Tom Cruise?
No.
Has he ever done a TV
Tom
guest
Cruise?
spot?
I think he's above that. I believe.
Have I ever seen Tom Cruise on a TV show?
I'm pretty sure I have not.
I don't think I have. After The Color of Money in 1988, he follows that up with Cocktail.
We're in the middle of a very hot Tom Cruise run right now.
Oh, yeah.
Every movie's in, there's hit after hit after hit after hit.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I want to take you to...
He was the leading everyday man. Like, any guy could do what he does.
And he really kind of, and he still kind of does this, he'll play like really fun characters and then play kind of serious characters.
Yeah.
And that kind of started, well, I mean, The Color of Money is a pretty serious character. But the movie that follows up Cocktail in 1988 is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
And that is the film Rain Man.
I love Rain Man so much.
Of course, I'm an excellent driver. He lets me drive slow on the driveway. There's only 28 miles on the odometer since I drove it a week ago last Saturday. It should be more than 28 miles.
What is this? Who is this guy?
Raymond is your brother.
My brother? I don't have a brother.
Raymond! You never touch the steering wheel when I'm driving. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Of course, I don't have my underwear.
What?
I love that movie so much. I do. It's great acting on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, Dustin Hoffman is really good as Raymond.
Oh, yeah.
He probably has the harder part of the movie.
Oh, without a doubt.
Is it harder to play a character like that, or is it harder for Tom Cruise to act opposite of a character like that?
I think harder to play it, I would say.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. It's got to be tough.
This is probably the first of the Oscar buzz Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah.
And I think he would follow that up the next year in 1989 with Born on the 4th of July.
Right, yeah. This is a tough one to watch.
This is a hardcore movie.
Yeah, that is.
This is an Oliver Stone movie.
Once again,
yeah. So
it's sad. Deals with just serious, sad stuff. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I'm sure it's well done, well made. Just I don't like to watch. It's kind of depressing, to be honest.
Tom Cruise plays a Vietnam War vet who was injured in the Vietnam War and is paralyzed when he gets back home. And it's basically the story of him, which is a hard story to watch.
Yeah.
And up to this point, probably, because even in Rain Man, even though that's a really good performance by Tom Cruise, I don't know that it's, I mean, I don't want to say his heart's not in it, but I don't know. In Born on the 4th of July, that character, it just takes a little more something, I think.
Yeah, for the most part before that, I mean, Top Gun, Cocktail, Risky Business, these were mostly feel-good movies. And Born on the 4th of July was quite the opposite.
Yeah, I would say even Rain Man is kind of a feel-good movie.
Yeah, it's a sad story, but at the same time, it gives some happiness to a sad moment.
Right,
sad
because
story.
he rediscovers his brother and realizes how important his brother actually is to him.
Yeah.
More than just helping him win at blackjack.
Yeah, and Born on the 4th of July is pretty much constant dread.
Yeah, it's tough to watch.
If I remember correctly. I've seen it once a long time ago, but I just remember sadness, a lot of sadness.
Yeah, and that was, once again, the Oscar-nominated, Oscar-worthy Tom Cruise performance.
Like, imagine if Lieutenant Dan never met Forrest Gump, and the whole movie's after Vietnam. That's what it is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the next movie.
Yeah. Days of Thunder, the classic mellow yellow vehicle that made me love mellow yellow and Cold Trickle.
Cold Trickle,
man.
Another Jerry Bruckheimer movie.
Ah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It feels like a Jerry Bruckheimer movie.
This was a big deal when it came out.
There's a lot of Tom Cruise story that revolves around Days of Thunder.
Right, yeah.
It's the first time he played a NASCAR driver.
Yeah. That's true.
I think it was the first huge mainstream NASCAR movie.
Yeah. That's true, yeah.
This is like when, this was at the beginning of just critical mass for NASCAR in this country.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as popular now as it was when Days of Thunder came out.
Right.
Thanks in
what
a large
happened?
part to Dale Earnhardt.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah, the Intimidator.
Is that what happened there?
The old Intimidator. Cole Trickle,
Yeah.
which has a name very similar to a real NASCAR driver.
Oh, Mr. Dick?
Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle?
Uh-huh.
Why would you just go by Richard? Give me a Ricky. Come on,
Ricky
man.
Trickle.
Yeah, Rick Trickle.
And this is also the film where Tom Cruise met, fell in love, and ended up marrying Nicole Kidman.
That's the one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
They met on Days of Thunder.
So that's where it happened.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of Days of Thunder.
No, I don't really have any memories of what happens besides he races.
Right.
Does he? Like, what's the point? Is there a big race at the end? Does he die?
No,
Is it?
it's basically the Rocky III story.
Oh, really?
I think there's going to be a lot of similarity between Cars 3 and Days of Thunder.
You think so?
They might as well have called it Cars 3 Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Because I bet it's going to be the same story. I mean, it's the Rocky 3 story.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Days of Thunder is.
Yeah.
It's the Dark Knight Rises story.
Okay.
As we'll talk about next week.
That's true. Your favorite is next, you know. The one I've never seen, but you speak of quite often.
In 1992, I went to the drive-in with a bunch of friends to see a movie that I was so bored watching that I started building like rock walls with the pebbles.
Really?
In the drive-in parking lot.
You did that, huh?
Like starting to put the pebbles together to build like a rock wall.
Yeah.
Because I could just not, in any sense of the word, enjoy Far and Away.
What? Can you explain what that movie's about to me?
I think I don't care about Irish immigrants.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm joking. That's basically what this movie's about. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise play Irish immigrants who come to this country, and it's their story.
And it's a Ron Howard movie, I see. Wow.
Directed by Ron Howard, the man who brought you... what was that whale movie last year?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas? He did that, too.
Well, yeah.
There's a whale movie last year?
It was Ahab.
I don't know. That must have slipped past my whale radar.
His Moby Dick movie.
Oh, wow.
Was out last year.
Okay, didn't know that.
Yeah. Directed by Ron Howard. But a giant... Well, it wasn't. It was... I don't think it was based off Moby Dick.
Yeah.
It might have been. I don't know.
It's possible.
Was it Chris Hemsworth in it? Am I just making this up?
Yeah,
Am I just like throwing names out?
No
like,
recollection what you're talking about.
I'm building a movie in my mind that doesn't exist.
No recollection what you're talking about.
And you know he's Thor in it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he's there. Okay,
he turns into Thor.
Okay,
and he fights a whale.
And then they had the cabin in the woods where he took all the people and they died. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
see?
the ticket. Yeah, Far and Away. Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
couldn't care less. But the next movie.
You like that one?
Oh, I love A Few Good Men.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a Gere kind of guy, huh?
Richard Gere's not in this.
I'm thinking Austrian Gentleman. I get those mixed up. Oh, every time I get those mixed up.
This is Kevin Bacon.
Right.
Demi Moore.
Right.
And Tom Cruise. And Kiefer Sutherland. And, of course,
the classic scene.
Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men.
Did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth! Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You weep for Santiago and you curse the Marines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that Santiago's death, while tragic, probably saved lives, and my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Did you order the code red?
I did the job.
Did you order the code red?
You're goddamn right I did!
And by the way, Mountain Dew Code Red is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
And if you ever get a chance to order it, I suggest you do.
Why don't they make a diet Code Red? I need that in my life.
I don't know.
Have they ever done that? Man, I'm gyrating in my chair. I'm thinking about it so much. Yeah, I'm good.
I love that code red.
Oh, yeah, the old hula chair.
Adam, did you order the code red? Who wouldn't? It's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
It tickles the back of your throat.
Yeah.
Have you seen A Few Good Men?
I have, yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've seen that and Officer and a Gentleman, and for some reason I still get them both mixed up.
What did you think of? I love A Few Good Men.
Yeah, it was good. Like, the memorable scenes are the ones like this. I mean, classic scenes in movies, but the rest of it, it just kind of happens. I still think WrestleMania 21 with JBL and John Cena in the courtroom.
Recreating that scene.
Yeah, is that bad?
Maybe I'll get that and put it at the end of this episode. Or maybe we'll play it next week. That was in 1992 and 1993. The Firm, based off the book.
Never saw The Firm.
Shot in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, really?
I went to see this, too.
Oh, wow.
Wilford Brimley's in it.
You are. The Beatles?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wilford Brimley.
You are a big Tom Cruise fan, huh?
I've seen a lot of Tom Cruise movies.
I think you have, yeah.
And most of the time I enjoy him. I enjoyed The Firm. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Based off the John Grisham novel. That was the first movie to kind of start. I guess that was the first movie based off a John Grisham novel.
Probably so.
And then 1994, Vampire Lestat.
Yeah.
An Interview with a Vampire.
So I'm going to have to take back my previous statement of Top Gun being my favorite because this may be my favorite. I love this movie.
Really?
I'm a big fan of it, yeah.
Tell me what you like about Interview with a Vampire.
I think it's all good.
Because I couldn't make it through it. I stopped watching
really?
it. Yeah.
It is a long, it goes through centuries and generations, and I like it. I was a fan. I thought it was well done. A good amount of gore, some good story to it. I mean, the main characters themselves are terrible, terrible, bad people, but you're kind of rooting for them, and when they do perish, at least, spoiler here, one of them perishes at the end, you kind of feel bad about it, even though they're bad people and kill innocent people to survive.
What I find very interesting, that in the early 90s, it was like two ships that crossed in the night, and that night was Interview with a Vampire, and the ships were the heartthrob ships.
Yeah.
Because you had the heartthrob from the 80s, Tom Cruise,
Right.
in the same movie with the guy that would be the heartthrob for the 90s, in Brad Pitt.
That's true.
And, I couldn't finish the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. There's some good gore in there, some good horror gore.
Yeah.
This is back before Anne Rice turned kind of stranger.
Yeah, I guess this was the first Anne Rice novel to film. Am I correct in that? I might not be right about that.
Yeah, I would think so.
But I feel like it was.
Yeah.
And then in 1996, is that the next one? Did he take a little break?
Yeah, that's the next one.
I guess he
break.
did.
Yeah.
In 1996, Tom Cruise returns to the screen in the remake, or the rebooting, of the 1960s TV show.
Simple game. Is he serious?
Always.
It's much worse than you think.
We're being ambushed. Abort, that's an order. They knew we were coming. Do you read me?
I don't care how he did it. I want to know why he did it. You're worried about me. Why you survived.
I'm sure we can find something I have that you need.
Who sent you? No one sent me.
These guys are trained to be ghosts. Let's not waste time chasing after him. Just make him come to us. Find something that's personally important to him and you squeeze.
Mission Impossible.
It's a good one.
1996.
I'm a fan. I haven't seen all the sequels, though.
Yeah, well,
we'll talk about those in a bit. But
don't watch the second one.
Oh, was the second one pretty bad?
The second one's good.
I think
the third one's good.
Now that I think about it, I've seen 0 of the sequels. I've only seen this one.
Mm-hmm. Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
This is like the only, well, not now, but this is the only, at the time, like what would become a Tom Cruise franchise.
Right.
Because
yeah.
it would have sequels. Up to this point, he didn't do a movie
a
where he
one-and-done
made
guy. Yeah.
where he had movies. I mean, you could have continued the story from Cocktail. You could
Right.
have continued the story from Top Gun. You could have,
Some more Far and Away, right?
no. That was like a franchise in one movie.
One and done.
It was 3 hours long. First of all, Far and Away is 3 hours long.
That is a problem.
You can only watch Tom Cruise chase Nicole Kidman with a pitchfork for so long. But yeah, Mission Impossible. I love this movie.
Uh-huh.
You know, red light, green light. I mean, this was the movie that kind of made Tom Cruise an action star. Of course, he ran just like he does in every movie.
Oh, yeah. Big runner. Big runner.
Loves to run in his movies.
Yeah.
Like, he ran the entire bridge from Mud Island to Memphis in the firm.
Kind of the classic, like, explosion, CGI as he's coming towards the camera and it explodes behind him.
Yeah.
That's a staple in all Mission Impossible movies, right?
Oh, yeah. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
And this would be the franchise, as we'll talk about, where he kind of tries to outdo himself in stunts in the Mission Impossible movies.
Exactly, yeah.
And the only complaint I have with Mission Impossible, and this movie's 20 years old, over 20 years old, so I'm not really spoiling anything. But in the TV series, the main character was Jim Phelps, played by, I can't think of his name right now, the actor that played Jim Phelps on the TV show. His name escapes me. But the character is in the movie and is in the very beginning of the movie. And you think he gets killed early in the Mission Impossible movie. Turns out he's the mastermind villain behind the events of Mission Impossible.
Wow.
And I did not like that they took...
I didn't notice that. Okay, that's funny.
...the hero from the TV show and made him a villain in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was it was a different actor. And in the movie, he was played by Angelina Jolie's dad.
John Voight, yeah.
John Voight.
Yeah.
Plays Jim Phelps in the movie. But yeah, I didn't
wonder why
like
they did that.
That's
That's a strange route to take.
Yeah. I mean, just create a character.
Yeah.
But then Ethan Hunt becomes the hero.
A little more modern name, I guess.
You know what the best thing they've done with the movies?
What's that?
And the last two is put Simon Pegg in them.
Oh yeah, he is in there. I forgot about that.
He's great in the sequels. So yeah, there's a stop off in 1996.
Yeah.
With Mission Impossible. Jerry Maguire also comes out in 1996.
Right.
You had me at hello.
Show me the money, I guess.
Yeah.
I miss. I don't know. It was all right. It was a big deal at the time. It was huge when it first came out.
Oh, it was huge.
Huge everywhere.
There was a song and everything.
Yeah, but
what was the song?
Oh, what was that one?
There was a song from Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, I really can't remember. What was that one?
He plays a sports agent.
Right. Yeah, with a fantastic rising football superstar. It was all right. I don't know.
Yeah, it was not.
Wasn't my favorite,
Yeah,
but at the time it was huge. It was a big deal.
Yeah,
it was huge.
Then he tried something different in 1999, and I guess he's worked with. I mean, he worked with Scorsese,
right,
and The Color of Money.
Yeah,
he worked with producer Jerry Bruckheimer and Top Gun, and he's worked with Ron Howard.
Yeah,
and now Tom Cruise works with Stanley Kubrick in 1999 for Eyes Wide Shut.
That was Kubrick's final movie, correct?
I think it is his final movie, and. So you can kind of trace the Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise trilogy. Yeah. They meet, fall in love in Days of Thunder. Mm-hmm. They make Far and Away. In 1999, they do Eyes Wide Shut, and soon after that, their marriage is over.
It's all over.
What a weird movie that.
Yeah, that's. I'm a big Kubrick fan, but this was not one of my favorites. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a movie about like an underground society where people wear weird masks and do
naked and sex and
crazy things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll give Tom Cruise credit for going out and doing something different.
It was different for
sure.
It was
totally different.
Went from a sports agent to that, so quite different.
Then I guess he was in a music video?
I guess so, yeah.
For Amy Mann?
Amy Mann. I don't know whatever, yeah.
Then he was in Magnolia.
Yeah.
In 1999, playing the same character. So I guess the Amy Mann song perhaps was from the movie Magnolia.
Interesting. That makes sense. Okay.
Did you see Magnolia?
I did not, but once again, people said I would love it.
Again, this is Tom Cruise working with skillful directors. Uh-huh. He went from Stanley Kubrick to Paul Thomas Anderson, which I know you're not a fan of. It's okay. It's interesting.
It's one of those.
It's a big group movie.
Right, yeah. Love the ensemble cast.
Yeah, ensemble following a bunch of people. Tom Cruise in that. But then in 2000.
Yeah, bringing it back.
He returns to Mission Impossible 2 as Ethan Hunt.
Isn't that crazy? His first sequel to that was 17 years ago. This guy, his lineup's pretty long.
Yeah, yeah. And next week we'll continue the works of Tom Cruise. We'll try to get through these.
Yeah,
Vanilla Sky.
Once again, never saw it, but I hear it's good.
Which is an interesting movie.
Yeah.
He acts opposite of Penelope Cruz, directed by Cameron Crowe.
Right. Yeah.
Which is a great director. Cameron Crowe's a great director.
Yeah.
And then Minority Report in 2002, which is a Steven Spielberg movie.
For some reason, I never saw this. Didn't interest me enough to see it.
Oh, Minority Report is great.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like a Total Recall I wouldn't want to see.
No, it's very much like Trump's America.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that either.
Yeah, Minority Report is really good.
Okay.
I think it's underrated.
Really?
As a science fiction movie, it's fantastic. Basically, there's these beings that, long story short, can predict when someone will commit a crime. So it raises the moral question is, if you believe that they have the makeup to commit a crime, should you arrest them before they actually commit the crime?
That is Trump's America.
And Tom Cruise plays basically, one of the cops that goes after to arrest people before they actually commit a crime, because they get the info that they will commit the crime. It's really weird. It's very cool. Did you ever play the video game?
No, I remember. I never did. I saw it, but I never played it. Did you play that?
I did.
Okay.
And then I guess he has a guest star in Austin Powers Goldmember, where he plays.
Yeah,
he's
right.
Austin Powers.
Yeah.
In basically the Austin Power movie within a movie. He's at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And then he's in The Last Samurai in 2003. Austin Powers was 2002. In 2003, he's in The Last Samurai.
I never saw that because it seems pretty whitewashy, so I didn't do it.
It is.
Yeah.
It's The Last Samurai starring Tom Cruise.
Yeah. The Great Wall featuring Matt Damon.
Exactly. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, come on.
And I felt kind of the same way about The Last Samurai. I'm like, what?
I just had thoughts. Coming up soon is one of my favorite roles of his, but it just now hit me. But proceed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Like, is it the next one?
Maybe not the next one. You'll see. I mean, I don't think you'll expect this from me. Maybe you would. Maybe you will.
One of my favorite Tom Cruise movies of the last 20 years. He acts with Jamie Foxx in Collateral. That is a great drama.
Never saw that, but it had a cool look to it. Wasn't he like a little bit older and kind of grayed out?
Yeah. I mean, it's a really, really good movie. That's in 2004. In 2005, War of the Worlds. Another Steven Spielberg movie.
All the way through.
Did you like what you watched?
It was all right. I mean, it was all right. It seemed. Was it Dakota Fanning in there? She was, right?
Yeah. Very young Dakota Fanning. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not great, but War of the Worlds is good.
Yeah.
It's a solid Steven Spielberg movie. Mission Impossible 3 in 2006. Now,
you said this is a rough one, or is it a good one?
This is the one you should come back to.
Okay.
Because after the kind of faltering of Mission Impossible 2, they go after J.J. Abrams to actually direct Mission Impossible 3.
I didn't know that.
So J.J. Abrams is actually credited with kind of rebooting the Mission Impossible universe.
Did not know that.
Because he came back and did Mission Impossible 3 in 2006. A movie that I've never seen in 2007, Lions for Lambs.
No.
I've never seen that
Never heard of that one.
Directed by Robert Redford.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Never saw it, but I remember hearing about that.
Really?
Yeah.
But I think this was, obviously, it was a big hit at Cannes.
Right.
An award-winning film, Lions for Lambs. Or award-winning caliber film, maybe. And then one of my favorite characters is next in the echelon of Tom Cruise characters. And that's in 2008. His very small role.
Yep, that's what I was talking about.
In Tropic Thunder.
I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia, Jack, is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're going to have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you.
I love Lex Grossman. I love him so
He
much.
is the best. Well, I don't know. Because Matthew McConaughey is really good in that movie, too.
I mean, everybody is.
Everybody is.
Yeah,
Robert
Downey
Downey Jr.
Yeah. Even Jack Black's pretty good.
Ben Stiller's good in it.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
I think that's
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's underrated. It's a good comedy.
But Tom Cruise, you just don't expect him to show up and be this kind of
I mean, he
agent
is
to the
full on
stars.
prosthetic. Like, he even has like fatter arms.
Yeah.
They have fatter, hairier arms. They
gave him kind of a chest thing where he's got a paunch. He's balding.
Yeah. Lex Grossman's great.
That is a great.
So
character.
it hit me halfway through this. That may be one of my favorite characters of his, and I think he should do more comedy roles because clearly he can do that.
Yeah,
it's funny.
One of the Tom Cruise movies that I actually made an effort to go to the theater to see that wasn't a Mission Impossible movie was Valkyrie in 2008.
How was that?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I remember at the midnight opening of the Twilight movie in 2008 as well. They had a T-shirt. It was such a big midnight release for the movie of Twilight, the vampire love movie. They had a T-shirt gun at the bottom of there, like a football game. And they're shooting out T-shirts. People thought they were for Twilight, but it was for Valkyrie. So the girls are like fighting over them, like the bouquet at the wedding. And they grab it and they unfold it, and it's Valkyrie. And they're like, "What the hell is this?
What's Valkyrie?"
Yeah, people are like, "Valkyrie, what is that?"
Yeah, what's Valkyrie?
Yeah, I'm like, oh boy. I've never saw the movie, but when I hear that, I think of that T-shirt gun at the Twilight midnight premiere.
Yeah, it's. I thought it was good. Bryan Singer directed it. It's Tom Cruise's World War II movie.
Right. I didn't know that was a Stinger thing. Didn't know that. Mm-hmm. It's weird that story I just gave 10 years ago. They actually had midnight releases. Like now it's a 7 o'clock, but back then you actually had to wait until midnight for it to release.
Yeah.
When did that change? Recently? Because we had to, stay up until midnight, until 12 a.m.
Jurassic Park 3, we were able to go see early, right?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know when that started.
Really? That long ago?
I think it was one of the Marvel movies. They actually released them on and then when it worked, they're like, hey, we can get an extra few hours, get a couple more showings in, and really bump up the weekend box office.
Right, yeah.
I've seen the next one, too, the next Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
In 2010, Night and Day.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, he's like a super secret agent. And
that's weird for him.
He acts opposite of Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
It's kind of, they're forced to work together. Like I think her last name is Day, his last name is Night. K-N-I-G-H-T.
That's funny.
It's a really funny movie.
Yeah.
And it's not a comedy, but there's a lot of, with Cameron Diaz doing the comedy thing in it. It's funny and it's fun to watch. It's just, it's not a great film.
Is she done? What happened to her? She's done, right?
I don't know. Is she in the new Charlie's Angels?
Is she puffy?
reboot?
She's probably puffy, isn't she?
Oh, maybe not. In 2011, he's back as Ethan Hunt.
All right.
In Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
And they've stopped giving numerals to this. 4 is too many.
Yeah. And this is the first one with Simon Pegg in it. This is a really good movie, even though I have 2 funny stories about Ghost Protocol.
What's that?
I went to see it in IMAX. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why we went to see it in IMAX
I remember this.
is because they showed the first 6 or 8 minutes of The Dark Knight Rises, which connects to our Tuesday show.
There's a tie-in.
They showed the first 6 or 8 minutes of The Dark Knight Rises at the beginning of Ghost Protocol. And we go to see it, and it's just a miserable movie watching experience for me because the people next to me would not shut up.
Ah, really?
Like, I asked them to be quiet. We got into an argument. I had to go to the front desk.
Really?
It got messy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, I got 2 free IMAX. I've yet to see part of Ghost Protocol.
Really?
Because I actually had to leave to go try to get someone to take care of these rude, obnoxious people that were beside us.
Did they smell bad? Because we've been in theaters before watching pro wrestling events where people smell.
They didn't smell bad. I think they were drunk.
Okay.
I think they'd visited Dave and Buster's beforehand.
Okay.
And they were just 20-something jerks.
Yeah.
And, wanted to argue and Ghost Protocol. That's my memory of Ghost Protocol. But a great Mission Impossible movie, what I saw of it. In 2012, he's in Rock of Ages. I didn't know that.
Same here. Didn't know that.
And then in 2012, Jack Reacher.
Yeah, never saw that.
He plays kind of a spy again.
Yeah, he's a spy. He's a spy guy.
It's kind of like a Tom Cruise John Wick movie.
Yeah, that's what I compare it to.
Jack Reacher. Then Oblivion in 2013.
I do want to see this. I hear it's good.
Was this who directed Oblivion?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Was it? It wasn't. No, I was thinking. What was the one? I'm thinking of the Matt Damon movie that was directed by Neil Blomkamp.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen Oblivion. Mm-hmm. I've seen that one, but Elysius.
Yeah, that
Didn't
one.
these come out around the same time too?
Maybe so. Yeah, probably around the same time.
Yeah, I haven't seen Oblivion. I want to. In 2014, Edge of Tomorrow comes out.
Yeah.
Which
I do want to see that one as well.
This is a great movie. It's a fantastic, fun science fiction movie.
Sounds fun.
How did you do that?
Come on!
Come find me when you wake up.
You have to die. Every day.
Keep coming here and I'll train you. Again. Your leg's broken.
No, I'm good.
Then you better start over.
Oh, come on.
Emily Blunt, Tom Cruise, Edge of Tomorrow, then
the Live, Die, Repeat.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen a movie do that.
Where they changed the name?
Yeah, like from theatrical release to video release.
Then it became a thing.
Yeah.
Like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly. Now that's a thing to do.
Yeah, now answer the call, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Edge of Tomorrow, answer the call.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the sequel is called Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat.
What? That's how it works? Rinse and repeat?
Yeah. It's been announced. They're going to do a sequel.
Really? Wow.
This is a surprisingly really enjoyable movie.
I do want to see this. We've talked about it with our the time loop episode we did, and this was in there. I want to see that one.
Then after that, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation in 2015, which and Ghost Protocol, Tom Cruise climbed the highest building in the world, right? Like he really climbed the building.
Yeah, that's the
for that
lead into the trailer.
in Rogue Nation, he actually flew on the side of a jumbo jet.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool.
And there's wow. We'll speak more in a bit. I think there's a 6th one coming soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been announced.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go, because it's weird to watch, because usually when you see stunts like this, there's cutaways when it's the stunt man. When you go see Rogue Nation, like the plane takes off, it's like a steady cam attached to the plane, and you're watching Tom Cruise's facial expressions the entire time.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's really good. Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, last year.
I had a sequel to it. I didn't know that.
And that brings us to this weekend's The Mummy.
Here we go. That's a big catalog, man.
Yeah.
A lot of movies. A lot of hits.
And if you want to go, even further, pre-production has begun on Top Gun Maverick.
Wow.
They should just call it Tom Gun.
Tom Gun.
Tom Gun Maverick. Also, Luna Park, a movie that's been announced, American made, and Mission Impossible 6.
An old MI6.
Coming next year.
Yeah. So The Mummy, we'll see what happens. Let me know how that works.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, if we forgot your favorite Tom Cruise movie, which I know we didn't.
Yeah, we talked of every single one.
Let us know at Adam and JP on Twitter.
Of course, Facebook.com/AdamandJP and AJP at AdamandJP.com if you want to give us an email.
I'm Jay Patrick, that's Adam.
Eat your podcast roll.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network, your station for all things geek, classic, current, and beyond. Be part of the crew at ESONetwork.com.